Exploration is a big part of fly fishing, and the Pure Fly NZ crew love a good adventure. For this episode, we're going way outside the box. Chatham Island is a small island 650 kilometres off the coast of the North Island that stands in the teeth of the roaring forties and is constantly battered by huge seas and heavy winds. Chatham Island is a territory of New Zealand, and whilst it's rugged and windswept, it's also stunningly beautiful, with white sand beaches and clear, cool water. Approximately 600 people call Chatham Island home, and this low population means that the marine environment is well managed and bountiful. The local economy depends largely on farming, tourism and commercial fishing. Seafood stocks are very healthy due to the isolation from the mainland. The mainstay of the fishing industry are blue cod, pawa, kina and crayfish. To the best of our knowledge, we'll be the first people to saltwater fly fish the Chathams. We have no contacts on the island or any information on the fly fishing prospects, so we are flying blind. The warmest, most settled time to visit the islands is in the summer, but our schedules mean that we could only go in September, adding an extra layer of challenge to an already daunting trip into the unknown. Making the trip across the Pacific is salt fly fanatic Jeff Forsee, who has captured some huge saltwater fish on fly, including a couple of big kingfish from the Three Kings in Series 3.
Yo, baby, give me some.
Whoa!
What do we got there, boys?
Was it kingy?
Maybe.
Is it a kingy or a trevally?
Yep. That's a good fish.
What's the trick?
What's the trick? Woo! I don't know. I'm working it out right now. Try to get him off the wall. All right, there we go. Woo. Man, they wear you out during the fight and after the fight. That's a heavy fish.
Tagging along is producer cameraman Nick Reygaert, who will be hoping to hop out from behind the lens and have a crack himself. Excitement levels are through the roof as the team boards the Air Chatham flight in Wellington. And after an hour and a half in the air, the guys get their first look at the waters around the island.
We've seen a couple of little blue moki down here. It's our first day out, so it's pretty exciting. We are on a jetty, so we never know how these fish are going to kind of take to our flies, but it's exciting to see them, so we'll give it a crack.
Blue moki are the key target for the fellas on this trip for a number of reasons. They grow big with a maximum size of 11 kilos, they live in shallow water so can be potentially sight fish for, and they eat crustaceans, which are readily imitated with flies. But there's one snag: they have rarely been caught on flies.
Yeah, interesting to see if we get any reaction on the first go with these guys. Actually, there's a couple of them right there. Oh, I see my fly now. It's not even anywhere near him. I have to go pretty heavy. And this had some weight in it, but you got a little bit of swell and current, kind of. That's getting down now. Let's just see if it gets near the fish. Okay. It's got to be, I think, that clear water. I'd see that. That's right. I just saw that come past him. Just behind him. He didn't even bat an eyelid at it. That's not a good sign. hard to get down. Might really have to beef up this fly. Okay, there's just absolutely nothing happening. I know this would have been in their wheelhouse, but just no response whatsoever. I'm gonna try to put something a little brighter on, a little bit heavier. Something I can kind of keep a little closer eye on and just see if we can get even a color change in the fly to get some attention, get their attention. That's a bigger fish. There's a bigger fish coming in right now. And of course I've got glue in the eye of this hook, but that's a good fish right there. There's actually 2 of them.
Oh, wow.
Slowly cruising.
That's good.
Yeah, that lead one's actually even quite a bit bigger than the second fish. Dang, that's unfortunate, but that's kind of how it always goes. That's why it always pays to take that extra 2 seconds to clear the eyes of your hooks at the tying vise. See if a little bit of color gets their attention at all. That came around just behind that fish. He didn't seem to notice it, and again, you'd think he would. It wasn't right in front of his face, but that's a pretty bright fly and some pretty clear water. Okay, this is in the zone. Yeah, again, not even coming over for even the slightest bit of a peek. Just sitting right in the middle of the sand there?
The fish I saw was moving.
All right. I must not have seen him then, Nick.
No, I think...
What I'm looking at is, I mean, that, see that, whatever that is sitting down on the bottom in the sand? Yeah, it's definitely a fish. He's quite deep. It's a better fish too. I just don't think I'm anywhere near him there. Yeah, I mean, that would be, come on, drop, 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 drop. And that was close, but he didn't really come to look. So we weren't having a lot of luck down on the jetty, so we've come up with permission from the landowners and come down the coastline a little bit. There's a nice cut in these rocks on this point here we're gonna go have a look at. Our sun's kind of gone away, but I think it'll kind of come back, come and go today. But if anything, we can chuck some blind casts across this cut and see if we come tight to anything. Oh, I definitely just got tapped by something, and I saw the fish right in close to me. It moved kind of quick. I don't know what it was, but yeah, that tapped my fly, and it wasn't huge, but it's definitely a fish worth catching. Oh yeah, fish on. What do we got here? Oh, what do we got? What do we got? A little kahwa or something maybe? There's a couple of them following it too. Okay, what is this? Could be kahwa. Probably, yep, little kahwa. It's a pretty hard place to fish with the swell coming in and all the limpets on the rocks, but yeah, got a little kahwa. Pretty cool. And in hindsight, that's probably what that first fish was that followed my fly over there. There's a couple that followed in, whoop, right behind him, so had to be something out there. We'll go ahead and chuck him back, see if he's got a bigger brother out there. See ya. Something else, what do we got here? That probably feels a little better than that cowboy. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, what do we got? What is it, what is it, what is it? It's just a big wrasse. All right. Woohoo! Come here, buddy. You get a lot of these, just slide in here. You get a lot of these wrasse kind of bumping your fly, and this is actually kind of a big one, which is pretty cool. They're actually really cool looking fish. Have a look at this dude. What a chunk. Pretty far out, huh? That's a cool looking fish. Go ahead and chuck him back. See what else we can find out here in the cut. See ya. Oh, check this out. Man, the Chatham Islands, what a wild place. Power off the rocks at my feet. Amazing. Look at that. You gotta keep your eyes open. Keep them on your feet. That was in about 50 mil of water right there. Pretty cool. Might keep that for dinner.
Inspired by finding a pawa in ankle-deep water, Jeff decides it's time to go for a dive and secure dinner. The water in the Chathams is pretty cold in September, but crystal clear, which is a nice change for Jeff, who spends a lot of his time diving in the South Island with very poor visibility.
Fresh out. Makes you want to get in that wetsuit quick. Low tide right now. The water's clear and beautiful, so I couldn't really resist the urge to get in and go for a bit of a dive. Hopefully find some pawa. It'd be really cool to get a Chatham Island crayfish, because we haven't had cray. We've eaten a lot of seafood, but haven't had any crayfish yet. So yeah, I'm gonna paddle out through these rocks and see what I can see. Also, it'd be really good to get a nice little look at the underwater world, you know, from below the surface, and maybe answer a few questions that we have about fly fishing from down there. So here we go.
The seafloor is littered with pawa, or abalone as they're known in other parts of the world. These marine mollusks are regarded as a delicacy in many countries and fetch a high price on the international seafood markets. They are extremely vulnerable to overfishing, and it is rare to find them in these sorts of numbers. It doesn't take Jeff long to get a feed. While he's down there, he sees plenty of blue moki and blue cod. It's greatly encouraging for the fellas. Now they just need to figure out how to get them to take a fly. Catching new species on the fly is always a great challenge, but if you can crack the code, there is a great buzz in being one of the first fly anglers to capture a certain species.
Morning, day 2. We're here in beautiful Waitangi. It's nice and sunny and a little bit sheltered here, but we know that there's pretty howling southerly coming through. So this is kind of the beauty of being on a small island, well, relatively small island like the Chathams, is when the wind comes in, we have the opportunity to kind of go to the other side of the island and get out of it, and that's exactly what we're going to do today. Pretty excited to get out there and hope the sun sticks around, maybe get some sight fishing opportunities and see what day 2 brings.
What's on the menu today?
What's on the menu today? Oh gosh, could be anything really after yesterday. You know, there's a lot of different species of fish out here, but I think the big challenge is blue moki. We saw a couple yesterday. They're very, very finicky fish, very difficult fish to kind of entice with the fly, but I just think it would be the coolest thing in the world if we could actually get some of them to eat, because they're actually quite big fish too. But really anything that's out there, anything that's happy to eat a fly, I'm happy to catch.
the boys have decided to head to the northern part of the island in an attempt to get some cover from a howling southerly that is battering the coast. Access can be a bit tricky in the Chathams, as much of the coast is private land and permission needs to be gained from the landowner before fishing from the shore.
Yeah, just been driving around for about an hour, looking for somewhere to fish, but hell of a swell running up from the south, and it's kind of making a lot of the bays unfishable. So we're just poking around, and that's the thing, you come to an island, no intel, don't know many people here, so just got to keep looking around and find the right place. Swell creeping in here.
Yeah, there is. But like is that little pocket you were like?
Oh yeah, could have been. Or is it in the other bay? I can't remember.
Really difficult to see today. A lot of country to cover here in regards to water, so I've just done the drone up and just trying to get a better view and scanning the coastline and see what's in there. Still hard to see anything even from the drone.
In an attempt to cover ground as quickly as possible, Jeff puts the drone up in the air, and flying along the shore, he spots a fish holding in a small gut. This is exactly the scenario that suits fly fishers well. Being able to see the fish means that you can get the fly right in front of it. But the guys don't know what kind of fish it is, so there's still a lot of guesswork involved.
Here he is. I've got this fish now that we spotted from back there. I was a little unsure when I first walked up if this was the zone or not. It seems a lot smaller than it did from the drone, but yeah, certainly this is it. And he's just come back into view, which is awesome, because I was getting a little bummed. I thought he wasn't going to turn up. And he's doing exactly what he was doing before. He's just kind of riding the swell in and out. Wow, that's a cool fish, man. Very cool. Oh. I'd lie if I said I wasn't a little nervous. All right, here we go. Oh, what's happening? Wow, that swell makes it real hard to see what's going on with the fly. Well, that was a bit of a bummer. Got a couple casts at him. I don't know if I spooked him. I kind of feel like I didn't, to be honest, but like he didn't bolt off, but he did disappear. So yeah, I don't know. I really wanted to get another shot at him with a different fly, something heavier, something with a bit more color, see if we get any sort of reaction out of him, because I didn't with that first presentation, this first few presentations. So. Okay, on to the third spot for the day. Yeah, we just nipped in here to have a little bit of a look, and it didn't look great. It just wasn't really feeling it, so we're gonna just totally change course and go over to the other side of the island and hopefully have a little bit better viz, or you know, just stumble across something. That would be nice.
The buzz of being in a new place is slowly wearing off, and is being replaced by the stark reality of trying to fly fish in a place that isn't exactly suited to it, with no information on how to do it or any idea on how to catch the species that live here. The handful of days that the fellas have to get it done just doesn't seem enough.
That's something big moving around in there, man. Oh, come on. More wrasse, is it?
Are there a few fish whizzing around in there?
Yeah. There he is. Oh, shit.
That was a cod, dude.
Nah, that's a wrasse. Shit. Fuck.
That's been the story of our day.
Yeah. Almost got done by a wrasse in the kelp, but able to kind of sneak around and strong arm him out of there. Another big wrasse, just like the one we got yesterday. Yeah, cool fish. Cool. Not exactly what we're after, but washes the skunk off and certainly gives me a whole new appreciation for wrasse. I'll take it. Honestly though, even that one I got yesterday, I was pretty chuffed on. They are pretty cool, and these are chunky wrasse, man. Thanks for playing, Mr. Wrasse. You saved my day. Woo! See ya. Fish on. That's a lot of effort for one wrasse. But the trip ain't over yet. Oh yeah, that's power. That's power. There's a few power here, which is awesome because we've had a bit of a rough day. It's getting late. We got a long drive back, but we're gonna take some Kaiwana home with us, and I didn't have to get in the water with the sharks. Nice. Well, you got it, Nico. See if I can grab a couple more for us. It's actually, yeah, there's just so many of them. It's actually kind of incredible.
Only in the Chathams, right?
Only in the Chathams, man.
Get poles without even getting your bloody bum wet.
I mean, there's literally just an absurd amount of them right here. I've got to. That one's, let's get the bigger ones. What a treat. What an absolute treat. Well, we're heading back. Got a long drive back to the hotel. It was a really, really tough day, but I'll tell you what, like the last kind of couple hours have been pretty magical. This is a really beautiful part of the island. And I actually got a lot of joy out of catching those wrasse, believe it or not. It was a lot of fun. I had a little butterfish swimming around me. I'm convinced he had a look at my fly too. So I feel like we just kind of have found a few more pieces of the puzzle that's fishing in the Chatham Islands. And then we got some power. So yeah, all up a good day. Tomorrow, better weather coming in, and yeah, we'll just keep ticking along.
The ridiculous nature of fly fishing in the salt water is not lost on these guys. Of course, there are far more effective ways of catching these fish. If you really wanted to get them, you'd jump in the water with a spear gun and shoot them. That knowledge keeps the team very grounded, and while they are frustrated that they haven't caught the target species, they still feel extremely lucky to be visiting an awesome part of New Zealand. Day 3, and the team are back to being jetty rats. Jetties act as a fish attracting device, and all sorts of fish visit them. Being high off the water also improves the angler's ability to see into the water and sight fish. Blue cod have eluded the guys so far, but they are a main target for a number of reasons. They reach a good average size, are extremely prolific around New Zealand, and they are aggressive feeders and will readily attack a fly, and lastly, they are really good eating.
Cool. All right. Well, that didn't take long. Been here on the jetty for about 5 minutes. That was my first and second drop. I think it was my second drop. My first one, I got a couple little taps, and second drop, a few more taps, and this time came tight to a cod. So it looks like a pretty nice blue cod too. I thought it was a moki at first. Yeah, and then I got a closer look at him, so pretty exciting. Ooh, there he goes. Pulls a little bit more string than those wrasse from yesterday. Sweet Pete, come here, Bubba. Nice. Yeah, we'll take that. Looks like he's got a guts full of something. Check him out.
Good cod.
That's a good cod, man. Beautiful fish, aren't they? They're real stunners, to be honest. So I've got that big old jig head fly on there, which is what he took, but I tied a little dropper right off the back of it because we had some really fussy fish the other day here. How cool is that? Blue cod on the fly in the Chathams. I'm not gonna let this one go. We practice a lot of catch and release and fly fishing, but make an exception for a few species, and blue cod is definitely one of them. What a treat. Just going right through the center of the eyes there, and just goes through the center of the brain, kills them pretty quickly. Probably, you can see he's already starting to bleed, but I'll just give him a little slice under the gills there as well, and that'll kind of bleed him out, and he'll taste nicer later. Give him a bit of a pull to make sure we really get in there. Cool. Fresh fish for dinner tonight. Hopefully we get a nice little pile going there.
Par was last night, blue cod tonight.
That's right, pile was last night, blue cod tonight. Can't really complain about the food out here in the Chathams. Sweet, see if we can get another one. So I'm rigging back up, and I clipped my little fly off, but I'm gonna actually put it back on, and this is literally a trout fishing technique. So we've got this big, heavy fly. This gets right down to the bottom, and you can see all the weight in that fly is right up at the head of it. So it's got a really nice jigging motion when I'm kind of stripping it up and working the fly. And the cod definitely like that. So, but another thing, we know there's a lot of different species of fish here the other day because it was a lot clearer when we were here and we saw them. Some of them were really touchy, like those moki. So I'm gonna tie a little, just a little kind of shrimpy pattern off the back of this big jig, just in case one of those guys comes in to investigate and wants something a little bit more subtle, because you really never know what's gonna come to the fly in this kind of water. Another really cool thing that we were just discussing is the visibility in the water. It's a lot murkier than it was the other day. It's still pretty clear, but it's definitely green, and the visibility is probably about half of what it was. So sometimes that just gives the fish the confidence they need to eat the fly. And we could use a little turn of fate like that right now. A lot of people here think we're probably pretty ridiculous, We told them we caught one cod in 3 days, and we think it's a success. It's actually 2 cod in 3 days because the cameraman snuck behind the lens and caught one the other day.
A commercial fisherman pulled up at the jetty and was interested in what the boys are up to. He offered some of his cray bait as burley and set up a couple of snifters on
Everybody
ropes.
here has been so helpful. We were out here the other day, and a fella from the Sundance, he came in, he just gave us some cod. I think he probably felt bad for us because we weren't catching shit. Yeah, he was a real good bugger, man. Yeah, this is. Yeah, it seems like it, man. We've been here for about 3 days now and just had a great reception. And yeah, this is awesome. This just kind of adds to it. Oh man, I'm excited now. What's gonna happen here?
Now we're cooking Forsee.
Oh,
Hey.
Look out, mate. I'm here all day. Where's my lawn chair? Oh, doggy. Look out, mate. I'm a convert. I'm a jetty convert.
See how it smooths the water out and you can see better into it too?
The burley.
Oh, the oil.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Is that actually a thing?
Yep.
You just with me.
No, that's the thing.
He said you must have confused him. Oh. Oh, there's some of those little warahau? Is that what they're called?
Yeah, warahau.
Warahau. They're on my little fly.
Dude, catch one.
Oh. Yeah, he fully had it. Yep, got him. Warahau. Yo, what's up, buddy? Come here, you wriggly little dude. And see, he took the small one too, so it's actually good to have that
Jeff, look what's chewing on the burley bucket.
Oh my God, there's a little shark chewing on the burley bucket. I gotta get in there.
So these are normally a deep water species.
Yeah, they get a lot bigger than this too, eh?
Yeah, up to about 5 kilo. But I've never heard of one caught on a fly, ever.
Yeah, except for the one you caught the other day.
Except for the one I caught. That we
So
didn't
I'm
film.
number 2 in the world of Wharf fly anglers.
Mine was significantly bigger than
Significantly bigger. He's gone back in. Gone. Oh, yep, no, there he is, got him. Ooh. Oh yeah. That's a better size water hoop. There's a few of them following him in too. How cool. This looks like kind of the biggest of the bunch.
The Warahoo Kings.
Warahoo warrior. It's really unfair that I'm catching these and the cameraman's not. 'Cause he's
Yeah.
very excited about it. Nick. Down, Bubba. Lexi. Love those little shrimp flies, huh? Kick-a-doo. Warahoo.
That's just a very pretty little fish.
They are cool, man. I like that line through their eye. And
Yeah.
when we first spotted them in the water, we almost thought they were terraki because that mark line their gills, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, now cameraman gets excited about Warhow. I get excited about sharks, and there's one chewing on our snifter pot that kind fisherman just threw in for us. So if he's still there,
Feed him, Forsee.
yeah, he is still there. Oh shit, there's a couple of them. Oh damn, I think that's a big 7-giller. You see that? That's a significantly larger fish.
Yeah, that's a 7-giller, I think.
He looks a bit skinny, doesn't he?
He does, yeah, it looks weird. They all look weird.
Oh, got him! No, shit.
You got him, dude.
Oh yeah, I did. I got him on the little fly. Are you kidding me? Oh, I can't believe it. This is is that big fish gonna eat his ass? What's happening? He's definitely sparked his interest. I can't believe he took that small fly. He came and looked at the big fly, and then he grabbed the tiny little shrimp fly.
Well, those things are mostly crab eaters or shellfish.
Are they really? Okay,
Maybe,
that's
but like
cool.
mollusk kind of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, this is funny. It's just a real change of perspective, I guess, because I've spent plenty of time in the sea in New Zealand, you know, dropping bait for cod and whatnot, and you get a lot of these kind of little sharks when you're doing that, and they're actually kind of a pain in the ass. But right now, it's pretty cool. Oh, and I lost him. Just kind of. I wonder if the hook bent on that. Nah, it didn't. Just came undone. Bugger. See if I can get another one. It's all on. It's all on in the Chathams. Jetty fishing, capital of the world. That was awesome though.
Weird fish capital of the world.
Weird fish capital of the world. Oh yeah, we're in the zone. There's someone milling around. Oh, he's right by the pot. Not too, my fly's right there. Oh, look at that guy. That's a Mondo. That's that big boy. He does not look healthy,
No,
that big shark, does he?
no.
Yep. Cod. Another cod. Yes! Man, that's awesome. Yes! I was so stoked to get another cod. Man, we've been here for a long time. I got that first cod right away, and I really thought it was just gonna fire and we were gonna hit a few of these guys, but I haven't touched another one since. We had a couple follow our flies, but never really committed. And then that one just slammed it. So that's really cool. Pretty noticeable difference, like on the take with the cod. They really kind of commit to it. Love that big old dorsal fin too. sticking up. Just electric. How cool. Wrapping it up now. That was a fun little session, especially after yesterday, which was pretty tough. But yeah, it was good to come out here and just catch fish, put a bend in the rod. Got a couple blue cod for dinner tonight too, which is always a nice treat. Head out and we're gonna check out some of the sites and then head back towards town and maybe go check out another fishing spot over there.
The next stop is to visit the monument to Tommy Solomon, believed by most to have been the last Moriori of unmixed ancestry. Moriori are the indigenous people of the Chatham Islands and arrived here from the mainland New Zealand in around 1500 AD. Over a number of centuries, these settlers' cultures diverged from the mainland Māori, developing a distinctive language, mythology, artistic expression, and way of life. To keep the ball rolling, the boys decide to finish the day on another jetty, this time trying the Fisherman's Wharf in Waitangi.
The kahawai, I think. Here we go.
The mullet.
The freak show
Add to
continues.
the freak show. Yellow-eyed mullet. Look at that one just ate off the surface.
There are a good number of big blue moki under the wharf, and the guys are seeing plenty cruising through the pylons.
I know. Yep. Yep.
Jeff's just hit a big moki.
All right, awesome. It's not the biggest one, but it's a moki.
Dude.
Awesome. That was what we wanted, Nick. Come on, baby. Oh, he just hoovered
Jeff.
that up. Man, I could barely see him in that water.
Come on, Jeff.
Keep going that way, buddy. We want to keep him away from this jetty, mate. Like, this jetty has got danger written all over it. I'm on 16 pound. It's a pretty light little gauge hook too. Yeah, but what's gonna
You've
happen?
trained all your life for this, Forsee. Come on.
It's not one of the, it's not one of the giant ones. So this is. What is it? Is it a moki? Yeah, I think
I
it's a
saw
moki.
it coming up on the fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come here. Come here. Come here, Mr. Monkey, please. Later. Monkey on the fly. Yeah. How good is that? Oh my God. I can't believe it, dude. Oh, delicious. That was the culmination of so much work. Oh my God. Whew. What a moment. I couldn't believe he actually ate it. I mean, I can, because that was like we said, like they were giving us the signs. A little jammed up here with space. Oh. Back that reel off. He just totally gobbed it. I got the strips at him and everything, man. I had the space.
It was a good set, man.
Yeah. I don't even know where to begin with this fish. I mean, this is like kind of what we dreamed of catching when we came out here. And we've seen a few of them around the jetties in particular. And we came out here and saw quite a few cruising around, some really nice looking ones. And they'd come up and they'd kind of investigate the flies and not commit to them entirely. And this guy and his buddy, I could just see my fly bobbing in the water there. It is pretty low vis. And I saw this guy and his buddy come up right behind my fly. My fly just disappeared and I was able to do a strip set, and there we are. blue moki on the fly. Lovely fish to eat, so we're gonna eat this fish with our blue cod tonight. another Chatham Islands feast. Whoa, that's a big shark. What is that?
7 giller, is it?
I don't know.
No dorsal.
Oh yeah, massive. Wow, that's a beast. Uh-oh.
Don't fall in.
Don't fall in. That's the biggest shark we've seen yet, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's a unit. God, makes you nervous when you see him when you're out of the water. Could you imagine seeing him in the water? No thanks. Yeah. Come on. I don't know what happened there. I just saw it, like the fly disappeared. It's so hard to see in there. I think that's another moki. Sometimes, you know, when in the low vis, they ride over the top of the fly and they're real, you know, it's real close and you can't quite tell if they've eaten it or just gone over it and it's disappeared from view, so. Set the hook. Doesn't cost anything to set the hook. All right, just got another moki to eat. I think this is a slightly bigger model than the last one. Oh, I was just almost giving up on these dudes. Oh, it's gonna go. Oh, he's pulling hard. He wants to go. Oh, that jetty. No. I cannot. Oh, give him. If I can get away with it. He really wants to get me in there. He's fighting a lot dirtier than that last one. Man, strong fish. Yes, up. Wow. Nice. How cool. What a cool thing. Wow. That's a bigger fish, dude. Oh, shit. Oh, big shark. There's a big shark out there. I don't want him to go up and tax me. Whew. Cancel the fucking hotel in Kangaroo. We're staying here, fishing the jetty for the rest of the week. Oh, I can't believe it. Nice. I really am stoked on this, man. This is so cool. What a cool thing to do. Catch nice blue moki on the fly in the Chatham Islands. Wow. Yeah, that's definitely a larger fish. Still not the biggest models that we've seen. There's moki, I gave up on them, and I almost gave up on them, and they just showed back up on the scene and completely hoovered my fly. Like the first set that came through, they won it. Moki will eat flies. Moki, blue moki eat flies. Oh, how cool. See ya. That kicked back up. Took him a minute to come to, but we got him. Whew. That was so cool. Nick, thanks. This is Nick Reygaert's brainchild, fully and completely. I'm just living it. It's so good. Got him. Nice work, Nick.
Oh, whoa! God, they've got some go to them, mate.
They do, mate.
Yeah, oh my God. Oh, no.
I over tightened it.
Oh, that's totally bound up, is it?
I over tightened it because it was completely slacked off, and I just.
Oh, fuck. That was a good fish. Man, he took you to the piles, eh?
Yeah.
Ah!
I should have checked
I'm heartbroken
that,
for you.
I should have checked it. Classic, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
a classic mistake.
Yeah, it is. All right. What's going on here, Nick? Oh, he's pulling
That's
some
a
string,
good
mate.
one.
Yep.
That's a good one, Jeff.
Watch him on this jetty. He's coming back into it.
Saw the eat, like he raced up and just engulfed it.
What's happening? Is the bite turning on?
I don't know, dude, but they're just like,
Because that's that bigger fly, isn't it?
yeah. That was the one I got knocked back on last time.
Yeah, they refused it, eh?
Yep.
Oof. All right.
That's the problem with the fly rod, eh? You've just got no leverage to get under you. Oh, I love it. I love it. That was so cool.
I saw that was
No, it
swimming
wasn't
around
the
there.
dinosaur, no. I'm glad they're taking on 16 pound because anything lighter and you'd be in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of my thoughts exactly, man.
The Aussies have got blue bastards. And we've got blue moki, baby.
That's right. Oh, that is so cool, dude. So cool.
That is so cool. You know, to be
Yeah.
sight fishing a permit fly,
Yeah.
check that out. It's eating a permit fly.
Look at his mouth.
Yeah. That's just pinnacle. That's the pinnacle.
Yeah, Nick.
There we go.
That's a doozy.
A lot of work, a lot of daydreaming. All comes together. See you later, buddy. Catch you next time.
Give it here, buddy.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, the beers are going to taste good tonight.
Yeah, they are, dude. You know what would also taste good? That
A
giant
fucking ling.
ling that's down there.
A giant red ling turning up under the jetty encapsulates the weird and wonderful marine world of the Chathams. They might have only discovered one small piece of the giant puzzle that is fly fishing out here, but the team are totally stoked with proving that you can consistently catch blue moki on fly in the right scenario. And it might be that the Chatham Islands are the best place on earth to do it. When you're fishing in what is widely considered to be the best fly fishery in the world, you'd be mad to compromise on quality, which is why Pure Fly NZ has chosen to partner with these great companies. You can rely on their products to deliver the goods for you on your next adventure.